Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's the Jim Jarmusch movie called The Dead Don't Die. It's currently on Cinemax right now. That's actually where I saw it, but I know you can rent it and things like that. So it's out there. So before I get started on everything here, let me do a little business first, then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the very end here. You're going to see a video that pops up. And basically, what ends up happening is YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, where I've got my schedule up there. I change it out every week, and also all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, no tiers set on the Patreon. Wait until I hit 1,000 subs, only 75 more, by the way. And because I want to give you guys something if you're going to give me money, that kind of stuff. And then also I have the link to my YouTube channel here, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So let's get to it, shall we? So this is going to be the non-spoiler version, so no spoilers as of yet. What the hell is this movie about? It's a zombie movie, is what it is. It's a zombie movie. So for those of you who don't know, Jim Jarmusch, he does a lot of indie movies using a shit ton of stars. Usually Bill Murray, Johnny Depp, Iggy Pop, RZA. This movie, by the way, actually has everybody in it too. I mean, it's got Bill Murray in it. It's got RZA. It's got Adam Driver, Chloe Sevigny, Carol Kane, Danny Glover. Uh, I'm trying to read off the names here. Tom Waits, because Tom Waits is usually in these movies. Steve Buscemi's in this. Um, I mean, there's a ton of people in this. Rosie Perez is in this. Tilda Swinton is in this. Selena Gomez. So I mean, both young and old actors and actresses that he has in this thing. And essentially, it's about a small town that what happens during a zombie, uprising, I guess you could say. And that's really what it is. But it's got a Jim Jarmusch twist to it, in that he does a lot of slower kind of films, a lot of slow boil movies. If you've ever seen the movie Dead Man with Johnny Depp that he did, which is set in the late 1800s, it's a slow movie. It's a long movie. It's like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long. And it's a slow burn, but it's really fucking good. Same thing like Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai with Forrest Whitaker. Slow burn movie, but really fucking good. This movie, on the other hand, this is more of a passion project of his. He essentially what he was doing with this was he was taking George Romero's zombie concepts that he did with his zombie movies and kind of reiterating those, but adding a little more of his own social commentary to it as well, and kind of also seeing the George Romero aspects of it kind of folded into it as well. It's hard to explain without giving things away. So if you're a Jim Jarmusch fan, I highly recommend it for you. It's a lot of fun. Uh, it's got a lot of really weird in jokes, that kind of thing. It's great in that respect. If this is going to be your first Jim Jarmusch movie, I would say no. Then don't do it. It's not worth your time then at that point. Because it's just not your average zombie movie. It's a little bit different, and it's not a long runtime on this. I believe it's like only an hour and 45 minutes, somewhere around that time frame. I've got to go back. I'm on IMDb here, and I'm looking at the moment. Um, and yeah, an hour and 44 minutes. So I was right on that. Uh, and that was without looking. I got it was 100, an hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, it's one of those movies that um it depends on if you're a fan or not of his. I can see how if you're not a fan, it would rub you the wrong way. And if you are a fan, you're gonna get more out of it, is what's gonna happen on that. So with that said, Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All right. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of actors in this movie. They all get little bits of screen time. And the thing that made me laugh, there's little bits in it that make me laugh. Like RZA, who's in it, from Wu-Tang Clan, of course. He's the UPS driver. Well, it's not the UPS driver, it's called the WUPS, is what it's called. Uh so there's things like that. Rosie Perez plays the reporter on TV. And of course, she's not her character's name is Posey Juarez. He does this a lot with some of the stuff in here. Tilda Swinton's character is Zelda Winston. Yeah, so things like that. And we end up finding out her character, she's a mortician who is a samurai sword wielding mortician and is kind of expecting the zombie apocalypse. And the reason why is she's an alien and she ends up getting picked up by a fucking UFO. Yes, like I said, I don't make this kind of stuff up. Iggy Pop plays a zombie. He crawls out of the grave and drinks a lot of coffee and kills somebody in a diner people. Danny Glover's in it for a little bit. Steve Buscemi's character as Farmer Frank actually makes me laugh because he's supposed to be a conservative dickhead. As a matter of fact, he's wearing a red cap that says "Make America White Again." And I love Bill Murray, as the sheriff. He fucking hates Farmer Frank, and he's like, fuck Farmer Frank. Every time something comes up about Farmer Frank, he's like, oh, fuck Farmer Frank. He's an asshole, and he won't do anything for him, which is kind of funny. And Adam Driver, I mean, to show you how meta this movie is, the thing that made me laugh the most out of it, and I saw it coming from a mile away, is Adam Driver his character throughout the entire movie keeps saying, "Nah, this is going to end badly." And finally, he's a deputy. And Frank, the sheriff, who's Bill Murray, goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? Why is this going to end badly? How do you know this is going to end badly?" And he says, "Well, I read the script." And he goes, "What? You read the whole script?" And he's like, "Yeah, I read the whole script. I know how it ends." And he goes, "Wait, so Jim gave you the script?" And he's like, "Yeah, Jim gave me the script." He goes, he only gave me the scenes that you and I were in, is what." And they're saying this as they're in the car surrounded by zombies, which is a very meta kind of thing to do in the movie. And it's actually pretty fucking funny. Even though I saw it coming, like I said, from a mile away, it was one of those things that just made me laugh. And of course, when the UFO comes out, he goes, "Was that in the script?" And he's like, and you could tell it's coming because there's a long pause, and Bill Murray turns to him and goes, "So was that in the script?" And he goes, "No, that wasn't in the script." Oh, there's things like that go on in this. And yes, I know my color is changing here and there. I don't know what's going on with the camera. My whole computer had to reset. That's why I was late, was getting that whole shit taken care of. But yeah, this movie, it made me laugh. And no, it does end badly. So there's no real ending to it, I guess you could say. And Tom Waits, by the way, as Hermit Bob, who is basically just adding commentary throughout the entire movie. He's watching everything happen from the safety of the woods and just providing commentary on everything. And nothing happens to him, of course, Hermit Bob, because he's one with nature. But he sees all this shit unfolding, which is kind of funny. Yeah, some good stuff. So yes, again, if you're a Jim Jarmusch fan, or if you just want to see something kind of odd, it's worth your time. If you're not, if this is your first foray into Jim Jarmusch territory, I would steer clear of it for right now. Watch some of his other stuff. Coffee and Cigarettes is a good one. It's a whole bunch of vignettes of people drinking coffee and cigarettes, and all these vignettes revolve around that. It's all in black and white, by the way. It's set in New York, but still, it's some good stuff. Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai is actually a good one as well. That's a good entryway into it as well. Dead Man is good, but again, it's really, really slow. So if you're not a fan of slow burn movies, that's not going to be the one for you. And this one either. I mean, it won't. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good Halloween choice for me. Like a nice little Halloween choice. So Raymond K. Hessel says, "Thanks, man. Almost all my good recommendations come from you." Thanks. Yeah, thank you. I try and switch shit up here and there. That's what this whole segment of my channel is. Is it worth my time? And I try and find something new, something that I'm interested in. I So the whole thing about what I do here is I'm watching stuff that interests me. And hopefully will interest you as well. And I'm trying to share it with you guys and say, hey, you know, I actually like this, or hey, I didn't like this. And I give my reasons for it. I don't just go, it sucked because it's garbage. That doesn't cut it. I'll give you my reasons why I liked it and why I didn't like it. Or if I'm kind of on the fence, if I'm middling, which does happen, with some stuff there. So yeah. Joker says cable television played a lot of pictures in 2000s. Yeah. Uh, okay. I don't know what you're getting at there, but okay. um so yeah, there's Jarmusch is a interesting cat. That's all I can say, man. He is one of those interesting directors out there who makes life interesting, and he makes film interesting, and he doesn't do big budget films. So that's the kind of the catch there. And Tom Waits is almost always in it or scores it or something like that, which is great. You're saying they played a lot of Jarmusch pictures in the 2000s. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's worth it. I mean, I liked his stuff. I want to say that God, I think Dead Man was the first movie of his that I actually got into. I've got to go and take a look back at his list of films here because, that's what it is. Um, yeah, he's been around I mean, 1980 is his first movie that he did, Permanent Vacation. And yeah, I'm trying to see here. Because he's worked with Talking Heads quite a bit. He's done a lot of he was in the music scene for a while there too, of course. So yeah, Dead Man was the first one for me, which was 1995, and I saw that in the theater. And then of course, Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai. Once I saw Dead Man, I was like, I kind of started searching this guy out a bit more. And so Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai was the next one that I went and saw. I didn't see Coffee and Cigarettes. I heard nothing but good things about it. Broken Flowers, I heard was really good as well, which he directed. And actually, the writer for Broken Flowers, she's in this movie as well. The Dead Don't Die. She's with Iggy Pop. She is the other zombie, the female zombie. She's an actress too, so she's in both, which is pretty fucking funny. And yes, Tom Waits. I mean, Tom Waits, whatever he's in, is just damn good. And the man seems to have stopped aging all of a sudden. He's just like, yep. He goes, I'm stopping at 60 and I'm done. I'm done. And also, he just does some excellent fucking music as well. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen little vignettes of Coffee and Cigarettes as well, here and there, but I haven't seen the full thing. And like I said, I'm a fan of his. I like Jim Jarmusch, what he does. He's just weird, but he also does good stuff. And I think it's the video influence, the music influence, that kind of does it for me. He's not the flashy 90s video kind of guy. He's more of the 80s video guy who had some story along with it, which was, still works for me. And then also he just likes putting weird twists in there. So the whole Romero thing about this aspect of this movie is for him, the zombies, when they come back, yes, they get attracted to things they did in life, kind of like the George Romero zombies did. But it's also Jarmusch puts a little bit more of a social commentary twist on it, where like you've got drug addicts hanging outside the drugstore and they're like oxy, and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of banging on the windows of the drugstore. Or if they were really into their phones, they're all walking around with cell phones on. They're like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and they're walking around. So he does a little bit. It's heavy-handed commentary, yes, but it was still funny, for the most part. um the guys going into, trying to break into the hardware store, which there was a lot of, fucking zombies around the hardware store, was actually kind of funny. And they're all wearing flannel, of course, and shirts. So did he do Tom Hiddleston's vampire movie? Did Tom Hiddleston do a vampire movie? I didn't know that. But no, I don't think he did. Oh yeah, he did actually. The Only Lovers Left Alive. That's the one. Yes, if that's yeah, that is the one. Only Lovers Left Alive. Yes, he did do that one. I forgot all about that one. Yeah. I forgot that Tom Hiddleston had made a vampire movie. Yeah. That just shows you, I mean, he does all kinds of weird shit. And yes, very art house, indie movies. That's what he does. All indie movies, and they're usually only run like about $3 million, I think, to make at the most. Which I know you go only $3 million, but that's actually an indie movie, you know. And I know he's done for less money as well. So yeah. So again, if you're a fan of Jarmusch, yes, I recommend it. If you're not, start with something else and then come to this. Uh, yeah. And Carol Kane, I mean, in this, she's got a brief role. She's dead when she starts off in this movie and comes back as a zombie. So, uh, yeah, the whole thing with her and Bill Murray's character, where, it was kind of nice to see them reunited again from Scrooged, and then going into this. And yeah, so it was kind of a nice little reunion for them on that. I didn't recognize her at first. I mean, well, she's in the zombie garb too, so yeah, I didn't recognize her at all. But I love Carol Kane. She's hilarious. So what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow is the season finale of The Boys. That's right. The season finale of The Boys. Fuck, already. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and the genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Sunday is Lovecraft Country. And Lovecraft Country is awesome. Monday I'm going to be off. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet. I'll figure it out. Wednesday I'm going to be off, and then Thursday most likely will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? Because we're waiting for The Mandalorian to drop on the 30th here. Is The Boys dropping at midnight? Do you know? I don't know. I think I was waiting for it last week because midnight is 9 p.m. my time, if you're doing midnight Eastern. And I thought that was going to happen, but I don't think it did. So it's a wait and see kind of thing. I've got tomorrow off. I took tomorrow off from work just because it was a brutal week this week. It was a very brutal week this week. So we'll see. You're going to go longer for the Boys finale? I'm sure we'll have many questions. Series. Yeah, I mean, I'll go as long as I need to go, Raymond. Usually when things start slowing down, when like no one's asking questions or anything like that, is when I start going, okay, it's time to wrap things up. Because otherwise, it's just me doing this. And I mean, I can talk and stuff like that, but my voice starts giving out after a little while too. It does happen. Just ask people at work. That's all you got to do. My voice does give out after a time. So you're going to go watch the Away video? Okay. Oh, the, Is It Worth My Time Away? Yeah, yeah, that one's a fun one. Alright. Thank you to everybody joining me tonight in the chat, and thank you for making it this far in the video. I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Thank you, everybody. Remember, if you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to know when I'm be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule that's up there, and also all the links to my social media, my YouTube channel, and my Facebook page and my Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So until tomorrow for the boys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you, everyone. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you could wind up in a very meta zombie movie, which honestly, if it's directed by Jim Jarmusch, I wouldn't mind. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe, be well, take care, and I will see you tomorrow for the boys. Good night, everybody.